Doubters now. Doubters now. Sorry, I need to start. Now then, people, it's Joe, Leeds TV. I am absolutely pumped. Absolutely pumped. I want to go on like a massive triade, you know, like that woman. You know, can you hear us, Maggie Thatcher, that guy from when England got beat by whoever it was, fucking Norway or whatever. I want to do that. I want to say, fuck you, Dean Smith. Fuck you, Villa. Fuck you, the rest of the Championship. It's our time. Doubt me now. Doubt us now. Doubt us now. Listen, everything is aligned. Everything is going our way. The Sheffield United game, the fucking 5 wins in a row that now turns into 6. Do you know what I mean? We're top of the tree for the last 10 seasons. 10 seasons. Everyone who's been top at Christmas has been promoted. You don't know what that means. Listen, we've played everyone in the division now. Every single team in this division we have played. We've been beaten 3 times, soundly beaten once by West Bromwich Albion. That's the only time we've been on the end of a hiding. And some will say that we didn't even play that bad in that game. Do you know what I mean? But they scored 4. It is what it is. Listen. What a performance. Never say die. To all them pundits, you know, you've got the Andrews on Sky now, up Leeds' arse. It wasn't too long ago when we were beating teams like Derby when he was saying, they'll get burnout. They'll definitely get burnout. What are you saying now? Look at that performance. Look at how much running. Look at Kamar Roof. All he does is run all game. And what a finish, what a finish, what a performance, what a turnaround. Come on, honestly, I'm buzzing, man. Listen, you can say what you want. People might come and say, oh, whoa, it's only halfway through. For the last 10 seasons, whoever's been top of the Championship's gone up. Gone up. Second or first, but they've gone up automatically. You know, we've got a 6-point gap. I was really nervous going into this game. Results didn't go our way. West Brom looked good. You know, and you think, it's going to be 3 points, 2-0 down, 17 minutes, not looking great. But look at that performance, and look, we're now 6 points. And I'm even sat here, right, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, right, okay, so we're 13 points from 7th. You've got to be comfortable. But then I think, why am I even checking at 7th? Because it's evident now for me, we don't need to worry about that top 6. We're in. We need to worry about the top 2, yeah? That's where we are. That's where we are as a team. You know, we're back top of the tree at Christmas. Come on. You know, what more can you ask for? What an absolute performance. I've just watched the interviews after, and Forshaw said that Bielsa said at half time, if you don't concede, you'll win this game. And that's, do you know what? I said if we score early, you know, we'll get back into this game, because the first half, we didn't play bad. We played really well. Shout out Alioski. Monday Night Football I did live. I absolutely battered him. I said he was the weakest link. Listen, I'll say when I'm wrong. For me, he was the best player on the pitch today. Apart from his early offside, which was about fucking 9 minutes in. Apart from that, he had a top game. You know, Pontus Jansson as well. Some will say Pontus Jansson, and fair enough, because Pontus Jansson was class. But for me, Alioski was dangerous all day on that right-hand side. And fair play to him. I take my hat off to him. You know, I'll stand by when I'm wrong. I've noticed as well that I want to shout out, Dr. Frost commented on Conor's Friday Night Football before this game, saying he's questioning Bielsa. What's he doing? What a shite lineup. Why is this left back on? This guy who's never played a game playing left back. All this stuff. He's now deleted that comment. Stand by your conviction, my friend. Stand by what you think. Because listen, I've said a lot of things. And I've said from day dot that it is our time. Doubt me now. Doubt us now. Even the most hardened Leeds fans must now look at it and think, come on, man. It's written. It's written, man. We honestly, man, I'm just so fucking pumped. You don't understand. I went wild, man. I went wild. You know, what a finish by Kamar Roof, by the way. Lovely assist by El Hamadi. Do you know what the best thing is about that finish? Is the way, look, if he runs in with El Hamadi to runs in to try and head that ball, no goal, attack over. But he checks. No, I'm going to stand here because I know that ball's coming back out. And the way he takes it back and just smashes it with his left foot, weak foot, and puts it in the... Oh, honestly, man, absolute scenes in the Wainman household. Absolute scenes in every Leeds household, no doubt. Absolute scenes at Villa Park. You know, Conor's gone today. You know, it was for me to get there from Birmingham. I gave my tickets up. I gave him Conor and his dad. I'm absolutely regretting that now. But listen, I hope he had a mint day. Can you imagine the absolute scenes there, guys? Like, what an absolute Christmas present for us all. Do you know, I'm going to go into the game. I mean, for me, lineup-wise, I was a little bit disappointed that Jamie Shackleton was put to the bench. Yes, Ayling's the boss. He was captain today, and I absolutely love Luke Ayling, and I'm buzzing he's back. But I thought what they might have done is put him into centre-back, put Shaq at right-back, and then move KP into his normal role. That wasn't to be. That's fair enough. Obviously, Douglas picks up a knock. You know, we're forever getting these. You know, look, Bamford, you know, Izzy, they were both back. They're now both fucking injured. Will we ever see Izzy play? And then Douglas gets injured in the warm-up. And Leif Davis comes in. But listen, Leif Davis has been spoken about for a while now. I know Philly in the Inside Ellen Road podcast weeks ago name dropped him. And I thought he had a good game. And listen, he looks dangerous from them balls. Some of them balls he was playing in were fantastic for me. One of them especially. You know, early doors, obviously 5 minutes in, Abraham scores a goal. I think they get a little bit lucky with the bounce off McGinn. But listen, he's got to be there to finish it. He made a lovely little touch to Hourahan. I mean, listen to the names. They're top. They were top level for me. But the one thing that we have, it's just our relentlessness. You know, we just go for the full 90 minutes. And that's why I say fuck you to them that question Bielsa's tactics and burnout and all this stuff. Because look now, halfway through and they're still running like fucking absolute dogs. Do you know what I mean? Absolute beasts. And that's where we beat Villa today. Villa weren't that great, but listen, if you make mistakes, and I said this after the Bolton game, if you make mistakes like Harrison did, for example, when he does all right with the ball and he manages to pass it to Pablo gives it him back, and then he tries to get it out and it's just a poor ball. I thought Kodja was really good. He was really dangerous in that first half for them, and he done ever so well with the ball. As soon as he laid it off to Hourahan, I thought this is a goal. You look back at it and you check Bailey's positioning. Again, suspect. I don't want to hammer him too much because I didn't think he wasn't that bad of a game, but I think a couple of more steps to the right, he saves it. He did get a hand on it. So one more, maybe 2 steps to the right, he saves it. But that's within hindsight. I thought initially when he shoots, I thought great finish. You know, 8 minutes in, should Harrison have scored? The ball gets fired across by Alioski, who did that all day. I thought he had Alan Hutton on toast at times. You know, yeah, Harrison could have scored. There was just click, for example, in the first half. Normally, I mean, ever since we started singing this song, he can't seem to find the back of the fucking net. But he should have scored as well when he was through, and instead he just passes it straight to the keeper, straight into his bread basket. But yeah, I mean, half time, as I say, I'm saying to myself, and I'm saying to the group chat, and I'm saying to many, like one of my friends who's a fucking Scum fan, he messaged and said, listen, you've played really well, big second half, and I think that was it. I mean, we played really well first half. I thought Alioski was dangerous. I thought Johnson all day again was an absolute colossus. You know, Bailey Peacock-Farrell's positioning and the error made by Harrison for the second. I thought they got a little bit lucky with the first. Lovely flick, don't get me wrong, by Abraham to create the goal. But finish-wise, McGinn obviously, I don't know if he intentionally puts it in Abraham's path. I don't think so. But when he does, it was a lovely finish. You know, he hits the target and it's 2-0 and you are thinking, fuck. Let's be honest, we all think, fuck. But how they reacted and how they performed for the rest of that half, I think if you check the stats on Sky, we made like 470 passes to their 200 and odd. You know, we had possession all game, we ran all game. I mean, Kamaru, for example, you know, what an absolute ledge. I said to my brother who I've been watching it with, I think, you know, he's not had the best. If we had Bamford, we could have brought him on. Because again, it just gives you a different dimension. But look, man, what an absolute performances. But by the whole team again. Pontus Jansson, absolute colossus. Bringing Shackleton on, Jack Clark, what a baller. You know, we all keep clamouring for him to start. But listen, as an impact sub, he's doing fucking great, because every time he comes on, he affects the game. And I don't care, some people, you know, will say, oh, we always have to turn to an 18-year-old, rah, rah, rah. Bielsa's doing it right, man. Look at that. Just before he scores that lovely goal, by the way, he made an error. He tried to do a little bit of trickery and it ran out of play. But the sign of a good player. The next time he gets the ball, he fucking, you know what I mean? He just, I think it was El Hamadi again, just puts him on toast, brings it inside, and lovely finish, and there's the start of the comeback. And when we scored that, I genuinely thought, right, okay, we're going to get back in the game, 2-2. I genuinely didn't envisage that within 5 minutes, you know, Pontus Jansson, absolute colossus, who in the box, by the way, had Alan Hutton all fucking day. I think the penalty shout that the Sky guys were saying, it wasn't a penalty for me. There wasn't enough in it. You guys might disagree. Let me know in the comments, but I don't think it was much of a pen. But listen, he had Alan Hutton on toast all that game in that box. Whenever that ball was coming in, Jansson was winning it 10 times out of 10. And what an absolute belter of a header, back of the net. You know, just before that, I don't know if it was a Leeds fan, some numpty ran on the pitch, you know, one too many beers running on the pitch when we're in the ascendancy. We've got a corner, I'm thinking, why do you do that? Slows down play, allows Villa to get into better positions. But listen, you know, we had it goes back out for a corner, Pablo, lovely ball in, and Jansson just nestles it in the back. You know, I keep putting here, fucking Alioski was class today, you know, hold my hands up, for me he was the man of the match. You know, he had one offside early doors, and I thought that had set the tone. I thought, for fuck's sake, he's miles off. I can see from here, 9 minutes in, you're miles off, mate. You're even checking the line, and you're miles off. What are you doing? You know what I mean? My brother's like, oh, does he do this all the time? Do you know what I mean? We're so used to it. But listen, hats off to Gianni, because I thought he was class today. And much better on the right. You know, initially when he was put on the right, and people say this, and I think, he's only going on the right because fucking Shackleton was in. People are clutching at straws if they think it's been a masterstroke or whatever. That was just my opinion. I was wrong. I thought he had a great game. From the right, and it means that he doesn't have to do all that, you know, cutting in stuff like he does on the left. He can just whip them straight in. Do you know what I mean? And to be fair, I think if he continues to play on the right, and we could see some more goals from Alioski. In all honesty, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but I do remember against Forest examples. Last season, he has got it in his locker, and hopefully this might kick on now, second half of the season. You know, we've got a busy few games coming up. Obviously, the next two are home. I said weeks ago that we could go. I said the only one that I was worried about was Villa, and what a turnaround! And it's the manner in which we've won. And I said weeks ago, go back and watch that video when I mentioned the Christmas fixtures and how we'd had Reading and fucking. Oh man, my mind's QPR. You know, after the Sheffield United game, and I looked at the fixtures and I said, there's only really Villa I'm worried about, and I genuinely feel that, you know, and that's another thing. We've only got the fact, you know, people are worried about the big boys, Villas, you know, derbies, West Brom. We've got them all at Ellen Road now. Do you know what I mean? So. Norwich, for example, we've played them all at home. We've played every single team now, as I keep saying, and we've only been beaten 3 times, one soundly. But next time we play them big boys that are in the top 6, take out Borough, they're all at home, I believe. Do you know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but we beat Derby at Pride Park. We beat Norwich down there. You know, West Brom beat us at their place. You know, Villa, we beat them today. Because I know they're not top 6, but they're still, for me, going to finish in top 6. They're very, very dangerous. But, you know, when they started that good run of form, when Dean Smith came in, who's been stalking up a lot, who's been in the press, who's been mouthing out for about Leeds, so fuck you and fuck John Terry. But yeah, when he came in and they started to go on that run, I thought, automatic, then they could really do a job. Them and West Brom could really do a job. But, nah. Not now. You know, draw against Stoke and all this, just be, you know, nah, they just haven't got it at the back. But anyway, I digress. I'm just looking at what's to come. I know we're only halfway through, but 10 seasons now, it was top at Christmas, gone up. We've got a nice little cushion. You know, long may it rain. You know, we've got the next 2 now, Blackburn and Hull, both at home. And then we've got some tough games coming up. But again, a lot of them are at home. So listen, bring it on. I mean, we could have had. I don't think the Jansson penalty, but Whelan definitely handballs it when Roof tries to knock it back across. Whelan definitely handballed it, so we should have had a pen there. Listen, we got lucky we won against Forest when Roof handled it. So listen, we'll take that. I don't care because we've gone on to win the game. If we draw, I might have more to say, but I still think On the balance of play, we deserved the win, but I still think to come from 2 behind after 17 minutes and take a point, I probably would have been happy. Not as buzzing as I am now, but I probably would have been happy. So maybe I wouldn't have gone in for the handball as much. But listen, it is what it is. He handballed it. We should have had a pen. But I said, and I even wrote here in my notes, Villa are absolutely all over here. They were all over. They just couldn't keep up with us. Do you know what I mean? And that's us, man. We're relentless. Bielsa's done that. It's absolutely unreal. And look at the players he's bringing off the bench. You know, and you go back to Moose talking shite. You know, he's bringing off Leeds Davis, Jack Clark, Jamie Shackleton. And we're going to win at Villa, who've got all these fucking expensive, you know, exploits and experienced champion. And then we're bringing on kids. Do you know what I mean? He's an absolute magician, is Bielsa. I fucking love him, man. I love him. I thought, you know, when it was 2-2, something was bound to happen. I said that to my brother. Something's going to happen one way or another. I think it was the 81st minute where the guy that took him to the last league title and all the claps came out. And I just had this mad sense of dread that they were going to score at that point. Genuinely, I thought, ooh, takes me back to when Gary Speed died and we clapped and then Snoddy scored. And I just thought there's something... But luckily, you know, I think... There was one cross where Ayling did absolutely brilliant to block Hourihane in the box, and it made its way to Balassi. And Balassi, instead of putting his foot through it, tried a daft flick with his left foot and it went over. And I just was laughing at that point because it was the wrong decision. But yeah, Janssen, Colossus, Ayling, Colossus, and then we get to the goal. Kimar, what a finish with his left foot as well. Alioski again, I think it was Click that brings it out, plays it out wide to Alioski, who was dangerous all game, and he just pings it. That was always on for us, you see. Either side, I think Clark tried it once where he pinged it right to the right-hand side and fed Alioski in, and it was the same with Alioski. Whoever was on the left-hand side was always in acres, and he just pings it across. And look at that goal again and watch Roof and think, right, okay, for me, as a fucking nomad, I'm just running in after that. Get after it, put my head on it, see what happens. But he knows, he checks, stands back, waits for that ball to come back out. Do you know what I mean? Great foresight. Jimmy Floyd was waxing lyrical about it as well. Great assist by El Hamidi, who's had a shocker, as well as Alan Hutton, both of them, to be fair. You know, makeshift defence. I know Villa fans weren't happy with the line-up. Do you know what I mean? So, it is what it is, but... Nothing can take it away from what we've done today there, guys. That's a massive, massive win. Massive, man. To come from 2-0 down after 17 minutes. Can you imagine? I was saying to my brother and my partner, I wanted to just be like, fuck off. Because I knew when we go down after 17 minutes, a lot of people that are watching that game, opposing fans, West Brom fans, probably Borough fans, any fan, Norwich, whoever, Leeds are falling apart again. It'll be like the West Brom game, this. You know what I mean? They're coming up against a good side and they just can't handle it. But look at that. And that's a fuck you to them all. Do you know what I mean? It's our time, folks. Doubt me now. Doubt us now. Top at Christmas. Last 10 seasons. Everyone who's top at Christmas has gone up automatic. We've played everyone now. Only been beaten 3 times. Soundly once. From a scoreline perspective. You know, we've got a 6-point gap from third. 13 from 7. 6 wins in a row. You know, we said someone needed to put on a run, and what a run that is after West Brom. You know, Wolves kept saying, I remember Wolves after we got beat by Birmingham. Loads of Wolves commented on our video, and thanks for that, guys, and they said it's about how you react. We had lots of injuries at that time. We've still got lots of injuries now, but look at how we've reacted after being beaten by West Brom. 6 wins in a row. And dare you dream and look at the next 2 and think, can we make it 8? Do you know what I mean? And it's a realistic possibility. Realistic possibility. I'm just right. I'm buzzing, guys. I'm in the clouds. I'm absolutely buzzing. What a day! You know, it's Christmas Eve tomorrow. Monday Night Football will still be getting done. So when the guys get their post-match out, watch Conor's video as well. I think he's looking to do some sort of fan vlog today. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check Oscar's video out. Get your comments into this, guys. Tell me how you feel. You know, I'm absolutely pumped. And I'll probably see you. I'm only at work till 4 tomorrow with it being Christmas Eve, so I'll be looking to do Monday Night Football live anyway. So anyone who's watching this, make sure you tune in, because let's just talk about this, man. Because this is fucking brilliant. And I want to finish with an apology to Alioski, and just to say, well done, son, because for me you were absolute beast today. Absolute beast. So thanks for proving me wrong. But yeah, guys, honestly, I'm on cloud 9. Absolutely, it's made me weekend. Made Christmas, man. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, Boxing Day I can't go. Disappointed, but you know what I mean. My kids, family and all that jazz. It's Christmas time, but I'll be there for the whole game. So make sure you come say hi and just tell me what you think about this video, guys. Tell me, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you all tomorrow for Monday Night Football. Make sure you put notifications on, and I'll see you all very soon. We're fucking top of the league, guys. Top at Christmas. We're going up. Anyway, I'm out. I just don't know what to say anymore. I'm just fucking buzzing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All Leeds are we.